be trained by our executive to that MSME supplier.
Okay. The Ashwin ad agency has a question, sir. If the buyer doesn't accept the invoice, what to do?
So actually, so the buyer has to accept the invoice because this TREDS platform is meant for to support MSME suppliers. That's the reason it has been established. But as you rightly asked, maybe there are chances where buyer cannot accept the invoice. That for that there are maybe reasons. The first reason maybe for example you have supplied the goods and services and raised the invoice today, and you would have uploaded this invoice on the platform today itself. But buyer needs some time to verify the goods and create a GRN internally to do the quality and quantity check. So for this, it may take like 2 days or 3 days. Generally, buyers will take 2-3 days. Once all the processes like quality check, quantity check, everything is done, then they will accept the invoice on the platform.
Mr. Budayam Gokhale has a question, sir. How to register on TREDS platform?
Yeah. So for the registration on the TREDS platform, there are two types. One is online registration and there is an offline registration also. Even for online registration also, it is not fully registered because one agreement needs to be executed by the MSME supplier with our TREDS platform. For that, our executive will visit your unit and he complete the registration. And what you can do is one way of registration is you can log into our website. That I will show you what is our website address and all at the end of the question and answer session. So you can log into our website. You can just key in your basic details so that our executive will call back to you. The second option is offline registration. For that, we will provide you at the end of this session the phone numbers and email IDs of our executives. So you can call them so that they will cooperate you for the registration process.
Mr. Srinivasan has a question, sir. Can we use TREDS platform for old invoices? Customer being PSU in Bangalore.
Sorry, which invoices? Can you repeat again?
Mr. Srinivasan, can you come in, please?
No, you can repeat that question.
Yeah.
Which invoices?
Can we use TREDS platform for old invoices?
Old invoices. Okay. So as per the TREDS platform, see, basically this TREDS platform has been established based on the guidelines of MSMED, because we generally serve to MSME suppliers. We will bound by the MSMED guidelines. As per MSMED Act, a corporate should make the payment to all MSMEs within 45 days. So he cannot delay the payment beyond 45 days. So that's the reason when RBI has given the license to our TREDS platform, they have given some directives. So any invoice which is older than 68 days cannot be uploaded on the platform. The 68 days, how it has been derived is, that first 30 days is for the transit period, like supplying goods to the MSME supply to the corporate. So there is a transit period, and also there will be like quality check, quantity check from the buyer side. So for that there is a 30 days period, and after that he has to make the payment 45 days. So the total is 75 days. Out of 75 days, we have removed 8 days for the operational convenience. So invoices which are older than 68 days cannot be uploaded on the platform.
Ms. Anuradha has a question, sir. In case of payments not received by TREDS in due date, we have to pay to you, or you are responsible for the collection?
Yes. As explained in my presentation, there is no loan liability or recourse on MSME suppliers. So in case of any delay or default from the buyer or corporate to the banker, there is no liability on MSME supplier, and you need not to make any payment to either financier or to TREDS. So that is between buyer and financier to settle outside the platform.
Mr. T.P. Mohan has a question, sir. If buyer doesn't pay to the financer dues after credit days, what will be the circumstances to be faced by seller?
Yeah, this is the similar question which I answered earlier, last question. There is no loan liability to the MSME supplier. Once the MSME supplier got his money, he is out of this transaction. The liability will be always on the buyer, and he is liable to make the payment to the financier.
And Agni Lakshmi is asking a question. We are a MSME supplier. They will pay within 45 days. We can get payment. For us, is it worth?
Yes, definitely, ma'am. It is worth. Why? Because now you are telling that you are getting your payment on 45th day. But this Threads platform is meant to make the payment immediately, not to wait till 45th day. For example, once you supply the goods or services to your buyer and buyer clears the invoice like with 5 days, it means you can avail this facility on the 5th day. It means you are receiving your money 40 days in advance. So generally, how you are managing your funds, maybe you are managing your business by availing a working capital facility from the bank, or maybe you are borrowing money from the outside market, which will be the very at high cost. In case if you take your money 40 days in advance through Threads platform, it will be very cheaper for you. So it is definitely beneficial to avail the services from the Threads. Yes, sir.
Mustafa has a question. Can traders also get registered on Threads?
Yes, even traders also can register on the Threads, as long as you will fall under the MSME definition.
And Mr. Panda has a question, sir. As per PO agreement, supplier offers some credit days. Who will bear the interest for the credit days?
Yeah. Here, interest has to be borne by the supplier only. The reason being, for example, as per PO order, MSME supplier has agreed for 45 days credit period with the corporate. So it means corporate is liable to make the payment to the supplier only on 45th day. In case supplier wants his money before 45 days, so then he can use the Threads services and he can take money in advance before the 45 days. So the interest which is applicable for this transaction has to be borne by the supplier only.
Sampada has a question, sir. If the small unit is registered in Threads, is it compulsory that same buyer should be registered?
Yes. In case if you are supplying to the ex-corporate, to discount this invoice on the Threads platform, the ex-corporate should register on the Threads platform. Then only you can discount that particular invoice and take your money before the credit period. So the registration of your customer, that is buyer, is compulsory on the Threads platform.
And Mr. Vinod has a question, sir. Is there any minimum buyer's turnover limit? Is there any buyer's minimum turnover limit?
Can you please repeat, because there was noise from other side.
Buyer's minimum turnover limit. Is there anything such? Sir, I'll
just mute them. No? Yeah. Yes, sir. There is some criteria to be fulfilled by the buyer as per our internal policy, and as per because here the banks are taking an unsecured exposure on the buyer side. There is a minimum turnover criteria is there, and basically from our side we are looking for the corporates whose turnover is in and around 500 crores and whose credit rating will be somewhere around A minus. But in case if the history of the, based on the history of the corporate and their market feedback, maybe we can look into some relaxation. But otherwise, there is some guidelines to onboard the buyers on the platform.
Mr. Sujit has a question, sir. We supply to the government. The buyer is the government. Can we use your platform? How can we benefit from that?
Government means in case if you are supplying to the government PSU, central government or state government PSU like BEL, BEML, HAL, something like that, or even if it is a government agency, government department, in case if they have registered on our platform, you can use these services. The benefit is generally whether if it is a government department or government undertaking, if they would have negotiated a credit period with you, in case if you want your money before that credit period, you can avail the Threads platform and you can take money before the credit period. So that is the benefit to you.
Like the traders, service provider can also avail this facility, sir?
Yes, service provider also can avail this facility as long as if they comes under MSME definition.
Mr. Srinivasan has a question. The interest amount has to be paid by seller for the agreed rate of financer. Any other charges are liable?
Yes, in addition to the interest, there will be a small percentage of transaction fee will be there that will be charged by the Threads platform. Because the interest which charged by the banker, it will go to the banker, that is financier. And because of services provided by the Threads, we will charge a small transaction fee that will be discussed at the time of registration.
Mr. Mustafa again has the same thing. Any other charges are there apart from interest?
Yeah, as I explained, there is in addition to the interest, there will be a transaction fee for the transaction will be there, and there will be a one-time registration charges at the time of registration.
Mr. Tinku is asking a question. Is there any way to know that a particular buyer is registered on the platform?
Yes, what we can do is, because at the end of the session, we will show you our representatives' phone numbers and email ID. You can reach them and understand about your buyers, whether they are there on the Trends platform or not.
The same question is there, sir. Is there any list of corporates registered in Trends?
Because of the confidentiality, we cannot disclose the names of the companies. But in case if you reach our representatives, maybe they will understand your buyer list. Maybe they will advise you accordingly. Or otherwise, even you can reach out to your buyers and check with them whether they are there with the Trends platform or not.
Satyanarayana has a question, sir. What is the approximate cost involved to register on Threads platform for a company which has a turnover of 10 to 15 crores?
This question is from seller side only, right?
Yes,
Supplier side.
Satyanarayana Gopalan. Yes.
Yeah, for the seller side, for the registration charges will be somewhere around 5,000 rupees. It is not fixed actually. It will be maybe little higher, it may be little lower also. I am telling on average side, the registration, this is one-time registration charges, 5,000 rupees. That's it.
Is there any criteria for the seller to be registered in the platform, sir?
Criteria will be only MSME. He should be an MSME. He should fall under MSME definition.
Sir, Satyaran again, will there be recurring cost year on year?
No, there is no recurring cost, only one-time registration charges. That will be somewhere around plus or minus 5,000 rupees. There is no recurring charges.
The other question is, when we submit the invoice to the buyer,
okay,
and it is a multinational company, and how they don't give any certificate, how the Threads will honor our invoice?
So here the Threads is not going to honor any invoice. See, the Threads is only providing the services. The moment you upload, it is going to your corporate, your buyer directly for his acceptance. The moment the buyer accepts, automatically it will go to the further process for disbursement, bidding and disbursement.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Gokhale is asking, sir, do you have a representative in Pune?
In Pune?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have. We have across all major cities our representatives.
Okay. The floor is now open to questions. Please, participants can ask Mr. Madhusudan directly.
So good afternoon, Madhusudan. Very good presentation on Threads and for the MSME. Has so far any of the invoices which has been uploaded by MSME has been rejected by the financier from various banks so far?
Sir, it is not rejection by the financier actually. See, any rejection is there, that should be from buyer side only. Once if the buyer accepts the invoice, automatically it will go to the financiers. Obviously, financiers may participate in the bidding. Maybe there are chances. For example, sir, how this system works is, there are multiple corporates on the platform, each having a different financial strength. Some of the corporates may be under A-rated corporates, some of the corporates may be AA-rated corporates.
Yes, sir.
It depends.
Guru Prasad, yes, sir, from Electrons. कैसे जी डिस्टर्ब तो नहीं किया ना आपको?
Hello, I think I'm just answering.
Please go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, sir. I can hear you, Mr. Madhusudan. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So how the bidding process works is, today, as I explained, there are 37 banks available on our platform. If one of your buyer there on the platform, all banks would have taken some exposure on that particular buyer. As long as that exposure is available on the platform when you upload the invoice, there is no situation will come that your invoice will be rejected.
Thank you, Madhusudan.
Any other question from the participants? Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes,
yeah, please go ahead.
So can you please explain the bidding process among the financiers? Because is the invoice going to all the financiers?
It means, sir, it will not go to all the financiers. For example, if you are supplying to an X buyer, that X buyer is there on our platform. On that X buyer, out of 37 banks, if only 10 banks would have taken exposure. So this will go to only those 10 banks, and those 10 banks will participate in the bidding.
Sir, this is Sridhar from.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Sir, is there any common portal to access this facility, sir?
Common portal means, sir?
Like how to access it, sir?
That's what, sir. First, you have to register on this platform as a supplier. For that, we will give you our representative details. You can contact them, so they will help you to register on the platform. So the moment you register on the platform, then you can check who are all the buyers of yours are there on our platform. So the registration on the platform is only one time. Once you register this on this platform as a seller, you can use that registration for the multiple customers of yours. You need not to go for the registration for each buyer.
Okay. And can you share the platform details in the chat, sir?
So your voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear.
We'll share it. Definitely, we'll share it.
Can I have one question, please?
Yeah, please.
If an unit is a manufacturing as well as a service provider,
Okay.
applied to the buyer, in that case is how the platform works for this. If it is a seller,
See, as a seller, sir,
seller is both manufacturer as well as a service provider in another way.
Okay.
Maybe product he manufactures things and supplies. At the same time, he also takes for the servicing of that material through another marketing area, other company.
Understood, sir. What we will see is to register your company on the platform, we will not see whether you are a man at the different level. At the entity level, what is your gross investment in plant and machinery? Your gross investment in plant and machinery is within the MSME definition. Then you can register on the TREDS platform, and you can use this platform for both manufacturing and as well as the services.
Okay.
There is a question from Agni Lakshmi, sir. Once we register with TREDS, can we be able to get a list of all the buyers?
No, we cannot able to provide you the list of buyers to you, ma'am. But what you can do is, after registration, you can check which are all the buyers available on the platform. Accordingly, you can approach your buyers to use this TREDS platform.
And can the CHITS associations can also use this platform? CHITS? For registration on this, CHITS, yeah.
I can say yes, as long as if they are coming under this MSME definition and they are supplying something, either goods or services, to any particular buyer and raising invoice in favor of them, they can register and use the services.
Sir, one more question I wanted to ask you, please.
Yeah, please.
If a cluster, if a group of industries working under a cluster, if it is registered,
Okay.
I mean, can it be registered under TRED platform?
You mean to say that cluster can register? That is your question?
Yes.
But what is the cluster? Because the cluster will just give the, they will coordinate with all the members. That's it, right? Whether you are supplying anything to any corporate.
No. See, a separate SPV is being established, comprising about 25 to 30 or 60, 70 units, manufacturing units, service provider under one entity, like electronic cluster, I can say. If they have given some services, products to some PSUs. In case if there is any delay from the buyer side to the cluster members, coming cluster SPV, can it be registered under this TREDS platform?
For example, if that cluster or SPV, if it is a legal entity and having a balance sheet, for example.
Absolutely, it is there. It is a legal entity and having all balance sheets.
Yes, sir. If that legal entity, as per the legal entity balance sheet, if the investment in plant and machinery is as per the MSME definition, yes, they can use the TREDS platform.
But that, as per MSME definition, presently it applies, not for the previous one.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you.
At present, there is a change in the definition of MSME.
Yeah, there is a change, sir. As
Yeah.
of now, it is up to 10 crores planted machinery.
Now it is
All-
up to-
now, actually, recently, finance minister has announced that it will go up to 20 crores. But
Yeah.
still, that we are awaiting for the gazette notification because
Yeah,
even
that is not yet
government,
come.
yes, government is
Hmm.
even working out some other solutions also how to involve more entities under this MSME definition. So only after receipt of gazette notification from government, we can implement that. Till the such time, we will follow the existing guidelines.
Mr. Kalyan has a question. Threads platform is a great for cash flows, but how about defaults? We see the defaulting problems more with B and C rated corporates or smaller buyers. Is there any way to protect payments through the system?
Yes, sir. See, basically, as in our platform till COVID, actually, we have not enforced any kind of these kind of defaults from any of the buyers on the platform. But generally, while taking exposure by the banks, they will take the exposure only on the corporates having very good payment history and very good credit rating. So that's the reason we are not enforced any kind of the kind of situation of defaults as of now.
Any more questions from the open session, please?
Sir, I have got one question. Suppose the invoice is more than 60 days, and if you want to avail the trades platform, is it applicable?
Yes, sir. The point is, for example, when if supplier wanted to discount this particular invoice, generally for MSME customer, MSME supplier, the corporates have to make the payment within 45 days. So if it is a 60 days old means already it is overdue from the buyer side. So hence it is better to get the payment directly from the buyer to avoid the cost from the trades platform.
We are ready to pay the cost of that whatever the trades platform is there, but can we upload it through them?
See, as I explained earlier, any invoices up to 68 days from the date of invoices can be uploaded on the platform and can get the discount. Beyond 68 days, it cannot be allowed. And even that, there also that within that 68 days, the invoice should be accepted by the buyer within 30 days.
So there is a clarification. They want more clarification on this one, sir. Can a trader be registered under threads? He's asking again and again. So if you can kindly clarify it, sir.
Yes, sir. Even trader also can register on the platform as long as he is fulfilling the MSME definition, MSME service provider definition.
But there's also a comment saying that as far as I know, traders cannot register under MSME.
No, see, earlier there was a separate definition for traders, and actually, as per this MSME definition, traders also falls under service definition.
Any other questions? Okay, I think there's no more questions from the participants. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So basically, our company is a trading firm into fabric material, cotton fabrics.
Okay.
So, essentially, we do not. We are not service providers. We basically buy the fabric and sell it. We are purely into trading business. So are we? Can we qualify under the services category for and register as an MSME?
Yes, sir. Under services category, if your investment is within that MSME definition, you can register on the trades platform.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Sir, can the consultant who has got about 10 employees, can he take the services from MSME benefits?
So basically, because consulting means you are providing some services to your customers.
Yes.
So you will come under service provider.
Okay.
So if you are fulfilling the MSME definition, you can use them.
And Mr. Srinivas is asking, sir, regarding TReDS registration formalities, if you can just explain a bit more.
Yeah, for registration formality, for registering an MSME supplier on the TReDS platform, generally we have to do some documentation with the supplier. As part of documentation, he has to sign one agreement with us. In addition to the agreement, he has to submit application and KYC of the entity and KYC of the individuals. And for that, our executive will visit their office and he will help them to complete the registration process.
Any more questions? Can we close? We can take one last question.
Sir, I would like to request you to repeat once again how to register as a MSME.
Sir, for registering as a MSME, you have to go to the Udyogadar website. There you have to self-declaration basis, you can download the MSME certificate. But to register on the TReDS platform, we are not going by your MSME certificate. As per RBI guidelines, we have to do our due diligence and we have to ensure the MSME definition, and we will take one chartered accountant certificate where the chartered accountant will mention your gross investment either in plant and machinery or in equipment. So based on the chartered accountant certificate, we will classify you as an MSME and register on the TReDS platform. So as such, to register on the TReDS platform, we don't require any MSME certificate, either from the government side or from the download from the Udyogadar. Even if you have MSME certificate also, we will not consider that as a MSME to register on the TReDS platform. It is very simple from our side. We will take the chartered accountant certificate and we will register you on the TReDS platform as a seller.
There's another question, sir. Once MSME registers under the platform, can they also be considered under the TReDS so that financing can be extended beyond corporates?
Maybe I think question is not clear.
Mr. Kalyan, can you just explain it? Can you come online and explain, please?
Yeah, see, my question is like, this is, as I was asking, like, this is more for the cash flows, right? So
Yes.
even the MSMEs can also be buyers.
Correct.
So when they are the buyers, and similar kind of mechanism can be extended so that, people can get their payments before from the smaller people as well. When they are, when we see that, anyhow, whenever they are registering with the corporates as buyers, you are checking all the bank and other credibilities, right?
Correct.
So,
in case if you are also fulfilling those requirements which required for registering as a buyer, you can also do that.
Should be possible, right? It's
should be possible, but as long as you are fulfilling the requirements of the TReDS platform and as well as the financials.
Okay. So slowly we can actually, like, as sellers, we can actually ask for our buyers to be part of the platform so that, this becomes much more like a reliable way of doing business.
Yes, sir. That's the reason actually even government also pushing that all the companies above 500 crores as of now, it is mandatory for them to register on the TReDS platform. That's the reason almost now in India, all companies are who are having turnover of 500 crores and the public sector enterprises without any turnover criteria are already registered on the TReDS platform.
Got
it. Dinesh, you want to ask a question? Please go ahead. Mr. Dinesh Patil. Please unmute your audio and ask the question.
Sir, I want to ask you further, what is the timeline you have suggested to upload the invoices?
Okay. Sorry.
Sometimes what happens that the buyer tries to extend the checking of invoices to more than 30 days. So we left with very few days.
Correct. Currently, you are right, but actually government also like pushing all the corporates to streamline their internal process to accept the invoices as early as possible, so that the suppliers can use this benefit from the TReDS platform to get their money very early So as of now, as you rightly said, there is some issues at the corporate sides, but it will be streamlined in a due time.
So what is the last date to upload the invoice? You have said it is 68 days, am I right?
Yes, correct. So it is like not exactly 68 days. Overall, it is 68 days. From the date of acceptance, the 38 days. For example, the invoice should be accepted within 30 days from the date of invoice. And from the acceptance, the maximum date to upload the invoice is 38 days. So the total 30 plus 38.
Okay.
Shashank has a question, sir. I have registered as an MSME long back, and now my turnover exceeds the limit of MSME limit. Can I still be considered as MSME?
See, maybe because the government now is changing the MSME definition, maybe anytime the Gazette notification may come out. In case if you are falling under that new guidelines, you will be continue as an MSME. Or otherwise also, even as per the existing MSME guidelines, if any MSME already there as a MSME, and if he is crossing the MSME definition as on 31st March of that particular balance sheet, he will be continued for another 3 years to enjoy the MSME benefits. That is what MSME definition will say. MSME Act says. But hopefully this new definition, I think you will fall under the MSME category only.
One last question can we take?
Yeah, please.
Before we close, can we take one last question, please? Okay, I think there is no more questions. Thanks a lot, sir. It was quite a comprehensive presentation and a kind of a refresher course for all of the participants today. It was quite a learning experience for all of us. Can I ask my Mr. Bojraj to kindly conclude the session?
Yeah, please. And also, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to give the presentation and also to create awareness among all MSME suppliers, because many of the MSME suppliers are not aware of this TReDS platform. Hope, I think my presentation will give them a good idea about TReDS, and hope they will use the benefits of the TReDS platform. And also, I just wanted to give our representatives numbers so that at least they can reach us for the TReDS registration or for more doubts in future also.
Sure, so we will share that to all of you.
I think, sir, I have given the presentation to you also. No? There is a slide.
We will share it in our website, sir.
Yeah, please.
Mr. Bojraj, please conclude the session. I think he's not here. Mr. Srinivasan, can you please conclude the session?
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you very much, Shekhar, and thank you very much the TReD team for taking so much interest in taking part in the webinar today. And this TReDS platform is going to be a game changer for MSME units to realize their money with public sector organization and also multinational companies in the coming years. And I request all of our MSME members to get registered on TReDS platform as soon as possible. And to start with, I myself am a supplier to public sector undertaking. I will do that on behalf of Laghu Udyog Bharati and the team. And I request you all to take part in the coming webinars, which will be announced by Shekhar as soon as it's confirmed. And I thank all the participants today and the faculty and speakers. Thank you very much. We'll see you again. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.